Between the East and the West, Turkey takes a bold stance. In a seismic geopolitical shift echoing China, the Turkish Parliament has banned all trade with Israel, shaking decades of diplomatic ties to their core. During surging protests against Israel, Turkey boldly echoes China's uncompromising stance, sending shockwaves through the very fabric of diplomatic relations. The Turkish Parliament, under the leadership of Speaker Newman Ctoas, makes an audacious move by prohibiting the sale of select multinational brands within its sacred halls. This decision's echoes resonate far and wide, prompting several universities to distance themselves from Israeli academics until a ceasefire agreement is brokered. If you're captivated by our content and eager to stay in the loop on the latest in the automotive realm and global affairs, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Join us on this exciting journey as we strive to deliver even more top-notch videos to keep you informed and entertained. This week's unfolding events vividly portray Turkey's unwavering position. Speaker Ctoas, at the helm of the parliament, issues a ban on products from multinational corporations in parliamentary cafeterias, challenging citizens to join the cause. We will not endorse products from firms supporting Israeli aggression in the Turkish Grand National Assembly, boldly declares Ctoas, although specific brand names remain undisclosed. The exclusion of industry giants like Coca-Cola and Nescafe from parliamentary establishments signals a decisive move. The news, first reported by the independent news outlet T24, underscores the gravity of the situation, with Coca-Cola and Nestle maintaining a conspicuous silence in response to queries. The Turkish parliament's bold decision reverberates beyond its walls, creating a ripple effect in academia, leading Turkish universities, including the esteemed Bogazi University in Istanbul, announce academic boycotts against Israeli institutions. Amid long-standing protests over controversial government appointments, Bogazi University makes its stance clear in statements posted in Turkish, English, and Arabic. The university unequivocally refuses collaboration with Israeli academics, aligning itself with the global academic community's condemnation of recent events. As Turkey aligns itself with China's resolute posture, the international stage witnesses a seismic shift in geopolitical dynamics. The impact of these decisions extends beyond Turkey's borders, sending shockwaves throughout the global diplomatic landscape. The world watches with bated breath as Turkey's steadfast actions unfold in the aftermath of the Israel-Gaza conflict. As the academic community in Turkey resounds with resolute declaration, vowing to abstain from any collaboration with Israeli institutions or their silent supporters, a compelling statement underscores this unwavering stance. This commitment remains firm until a lasting ceasefire is established, reflecting the collective determination of scholars. Echoing this stand, an increasing number of local governments across the nation join the chorus, fervently boycotting multinational corporations. Over a dozen municipal administrations boldly proclaimed that products originating from Israel will no longer grace their facilities. The groundswell of support transforms into a potent force, rallying against perceived injustices. Adding his influential voice to the call for a boycott, President Recep Tayyip Erdogan's younger son, Bilal Erdogan, issued a priority order targeting brands publicly supportive of Israel, followed by those neutral or silent on the matter, and finally, those not backing Palestine. This call gains resonance as Ali Baba, the chairman of Turkey's state-run Religious Affairs Directorate, joins in, emphasizing the imperative for collective action in the face of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The crosshairs of regional demonstrations and boycotts squarely align with major global brands, notably Coca-Cola and McDonald's. McDonald's restaurants in Turkey witnessed vandalism during anti-Israel protests, reflecting the escalating tensions surrounding these corporate giants. In response, the U.S. Embassy in Ankara issued a security notice, urging caution and emphasizing the potential for peaceful gatherings to turn volatile. Protests take diverse forms, from disruptive actions at prominent U.S. cafes and fast food establishments to symbolic gestures, such as releasing mice inside a local McDonald's store in Istanbul. These acts serve as poignant expressions of dissent against companies perceived to align with Israel's interests. Notably, Turkey's state-run railway company takes a tangible step, announcing the removal of Starbucks items from its high-speed train line cafeterias, citing a lawsuit and aligning with the broader sentiment of the boycott movement. The fervor of the boycott boycott movement manifests in various forms, challenging global brands to reassess their positions in the face of a united and determined public outcry. In the wake of Hamas's unprecedented attack on Israel, tensions between Turkey and Israel escalated, reaching a critical point. The firm, in response to a pro-Palestinian tweet from its US workers, found itself entangled in a labor dispute. Initially adopting a moderate stance, the Turkish government's tone shifted significantly in response to the escalating humanitarian toll in Gaza, as Israel's actions resulted in significant civilian casualties, including the deaths of over 10,000 people. Turkey condemned Israel's conduct as genocide. This condemnation led to reciprocal actions, with Israel recalling all its diplomatic staff from Turkey, citing security concerns and Ankara's increased anti-Israel rhetoric. Turkey reciprocated by recalling its ambassador to Israel, citing the Jewish state's reluctance to heed international ceasefire requests. These diplomatic moves halted the normalization of bilateral ties that had been repaired just last fall. However, as the death toll in Gaza continued to rise, calls for Turkey to halt its oil supply to Israel grew louder. During a meeting in Ankara, Iran's foreign minister, Hakan Fidan, requested countries supplying oil to Israel to cut their supplies, an appeal Turkey declined. Despite growing tensions and Iran's increasingly hostile rhetoric towards Israel, oil exports from Turkey to Israel persist. Concerns loom over the effectiveness of any embargo enforced by Turkey, as geopolitical complexities in the situation in Gaza provide a challenging backdrop for decisive actions. The impact of Turkey's rhetoric on Israel's oil supply remains uncertain. While the language used is strong, the global abundance of oil provides Israel with alternative sources, including countries like Brazil, Canada, or certain African states with strong diplomatic ties. Uchu, an expert, points out that Israel's daily consumption of approximately 225,000 barrels is not considerable and can be easily secured through long-term contracts or the spot market, despite the potential to strike a blow by shutting down the Kisik radar station near Malatya. Erdogan has refrained from such measures. Ayhan Uel, an international affairs specialist, suggests that Erdogan's strong rhetoric may be more than about impressing his audience, as Turkey has faced criticism for designating Hamas as a liberation organization. Despite the tough language, Erdogan has maintained diplomatic relations, recalling Turkey's ambassador from Israel for talks and emphasizing ongoing efforts to address the situation of Hamas hostages. While the rhetoric may be strong, tangible deeds seem to lag behind. Gallup DeLay, an associate fellow at London's Chatham House, notes that the destruction of bridges can hinder successful diplomatic positions. United States Secretary of State Antony Blinken's recent visit to Ankara acknowledged implicitly Turkey's efforts in negotiating the release of captives amid the Israel-Hamas conflict. Erdogan is anticipated to attend a gathering of Arab leaders in Riyadh to seek a solution to the crisis. However, it's crucial to recognize that Ankara's nuanced stance towards Israel may have limits, particularly given its complicated ties to Hamas. For more updates, don't forget to like the video, hit the subscribe button, and stay tuned for future content. Thanks for watching, and see you all soon.